in Ward Lake, Detroit.
Welcome to the bright side of aging. My name is Ike Engelbaum. I'm a pharmacist and the publisher of AmericanSeniorGazette.org. It has been wisely said, you cannot help getting older, but you can help getting old. It has also been said that age is a matter of the mind. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. My purpose in doing the show is so that seniors and caregivers can share their ideas and questions on how we can age gracefully and in a vertical position for as long as our good genes will allow. And if we've inherited bad genes, how to outwit them. Our topics include senior housing, financial, legal, safety, travel, health issues, interesting senior events in the community, and most of all, tips on how to put old on hold.
If your question is, who am I going to call to bring the kind of services into my home that I need because I can't get out? House Calls on Wheels provides both medical and non-medical services in your home. They can bring in doctors, dentists, nurses, therapists, and more. And those medical services are covered by Medicare and most private insurance plans. And they have all sorts of non-medical services, whatever you need. Now, if you use 4 hours or more of non-medical services per month, you're going to get a free personal emergency button telephone that you can use for both emergencies or daily use. Call House Calls on Wheels toll-free for further information. 1-888-489-8980. That's 1-888-489-8980.
For over 30 years, Cruz Hearing and Service has helped thousands of people improve their hearing and enjoy the sounds of their life again. If you don't hear as well as you like, Cruz Hearing can help you. They have actually hearing aids that the batteries do not need to be recharged. And they also have a caption phone that you can view for free. And also the phone, if you are over 65, is available to you free. So any phone calls you get, you can see captioned if you don't hear that well. Hey, they've got other stuff. If you'd like the free cookbook, call 1-888-489-8980. That's available. You can call Cruz Hearing Direct at 877-456-2789. The number direct is 877-456-2789. And we're on, and hopefully you're on. What a beautiful Wednesday. And Wednesday is sort of a recouping day. It's called Hump Day as well. I like it because you still have a little bit of the week to do stuff that you want to do. And then Friday is obviously a wonderful day since it starts the weekend. In fact, every day is as good a day as you can make it. In fact, it has been wisely said, if you think positive, you will have a more positive life. And I'm really excited about having a good fellow pharmacist friend on the line with me who shares in that view. I won't tell you that he's older than me, but he is. I'm 83, so you do the math. We believe in the whole adage that age is a matter of the mind. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. And I always encourage people to celebrate their birthday, because think about it. The more birthdays you have, it means the longer you live. Well, it's one thing to talk like this, but another to do something about it. And with this COVID shutdown and all, we've really fenced ourselves off from close relationships. And of all the things in life, next to having a good family relationship, and of course health is at the top of the spectrum, is retaining friendships. And Jerry Gilfix, who's a retired, but let me qualify that, he is a refired pharmacist, and I pride myself on being in that category. Jerry and I have known each other for years, and we enjoy each other's company, and I admire his activities, and he practices what I promote on the show, to keep on moving, stay connected. And today, as we try to do every Wednesday, first Wednesday of each month, is Jerry, to his credit, being a Farmington Hills resident, said, you know something? He said to himself, Self, why don't I start a discussion group at the Caustic Center, which is a dynamite type center. They've got a swimming pool, they got dancing, they got stuff that you sometimes talk about that you did in your earlier years. But you can do it now. The Caustic Center is located 11 Mile in Middlebelt, just actually east of Middlebelt. It's right next to Mercy School. And this afternoon from 1 o'clock till 2, Jerry Gilfix hosts a friends group where people that want to get together and sort of really enjoy life together and share ideas, both negative and positive. And Jerry is on the line with me. Hopefully the phone connection is good. Hello, Jerry.
Hi, Ike. I want to introduce your audience to the new friends group at the Caustic Center. Actually, we're old friends. We have different discussions, and people wander in, and they soon become old friends. We talk about different things, like today we're going to talk about stress, how you handle it, what was the most stressful thing in your life, and sometimes we go off topic, and that's good too.
Mm-hmm.
Last time we talked about patriotism, what it means to us to have this country, why we feel good about it, and why we don't. We once talked about laughter is the best medicine, and everyone in the group had a joke to tell, and it was a rollicking good time. So you're welcome to join us. We'd like to see new faces, and everyone is welcome, and enjoy your life.
Absolutely, and there's something magical that happens when you're surrounded by people who are open-minded and actually share their inner thoughts. You know, true friendship is where you really share your thoughts without wondering, well, if I say this, what's the other person going to say? And that group has grown, and the Caustic Center is really a wonderful venue. They've got so much going on. You feel like you're a kid again. They got people running around just having been in the swimming pool, or they got pickleball, and they got ballroom dancing Friday afternoons. If you're interested in more information, I like to give out my toll-free number, which is 1-888-489-8980. That's 888-489-8980. And you always walk out inspired by just having people around you that share their thoughts in a positive way. And let's face it, there is no one walking the face of the earth that does not have to deal with stress, as well as confrontation, as well as things that they feel frustrated about. And just being able to vent with other people in the group is so much of a benefit. And although Jerry and I made our living, hopefully a reasonably good one, promoting prescription drugs. Truth of it is, you don't need prescription drugs in many cases. You need it obviously for certain conditions. But laughter, like we had that session where everybody told the joke. And it's amazing how much you also get to know people just by the humor that they have. And Jerry, as far as your session this afternoon in dealing with stress, do you have any teaser that you want to share with us as to what tips you have on dealing with stress?
Many things that we feel stressful about are things that we're afraid is going to happen and doesn't actually happen. And I'm reminded about the sincerity prayer, where God give us the serenity to accept what we can't change and give us the courage to change what we can, and of course the wisdom to know the difference.
Right. That was such a beautiful universal prayer. And when you analyze it, religion really is dependent of a community involvement in a particular belief that you have. And the truth of it is that when you get together as a group, suddenly you're inspired even more so to be a better person, because you see, hey, there's other people that think like I do. And it's a very friendly group. It's called Friends. And one of the lines that I always like to quote is that you can disagree without being disagreeable. And other aspect and of having such a group, and I'm very sincere about this. Jerry and I have done some talks together at different senior centers, and if you belong to a senior center and would like to have two pharmacists share their thoughts on what they found beneficial not using prescription drugs. I hope my pharmacy dean is not listening. The truth of it is, you need both. And many times, just by having a good friend around, many times it's been scientifically proven that if a person is less stressed out, many times they don't need the dosage as strong, or sometimes some medications can be eliminated. We are human to human being creatures. I am sure there's no doubt in my mind that anybody listening to the program doesn't appreciate now more so than ever how wonderful it is to be able to get out and actually see other human beings around. And Jerry, you're to be commended in what you do, because obviously this is for free, so you're not looking to make money at this. You're just a good friend. That's wonderful. And we plan on having these meetings the first Wednesday of each month, and if you can't make today, it's rather short notice. By all means, call our toll-free number, 888-489-8980. And Jerry, do you mind sharing with me what motivated you to start the Friends group? Do you recall?
Well, actually, I was in a caregiver group, and with several others who, after a while, were no longer caregivers. But we had such a bond being together in a group that we decided to have a new friends group and continue meeting, and that's how this group started. Mm-hmm. So there's still people in the group who used to be, like me, a caregiver, and we graduated from that.
Mm-hmm. Well,
and moved on.
Well, that's one of the lessons that I've learned in joining up with the Friends group, is that people in that group don't, like you brought out, just stay stressed. They do something about it. You know, I joke about it, but I've shared with you that one of my goals is to write a book, and to be successful with a book, you should have a simple plot and a catchy title, and then it has a good chance of actually being successful. In the book that I'm working on, and I've asked you, Jerry, and I open it up to the audience as well, if you want to be co-authors on it, I'm open to it. But to tell you, the theme of the book is that about a tailor who's lost in a nudist colony. Okay, you got the scene? And the book is titled, So What? So here where I'm going with this. It's one thing to be stressed, but so what are you going to do about it? And when you surround yourself with people like Jerry Gilfix has been able to recruit and try to sort of tag along, maybe I could call myself the Ed McMahon of Jerry Gilfix, okay? So anyway, we'll be glad to help you in starting a sort of a discussion group at your senior center or church, because I think there's a vital need for us to stay connected. And I'm so glad that I'm connected with you, Jerry. Have a great meeting today, and we'll see you at one of the meetings, if not before. Have a great day. Thanks so much for calling in.
Good one, all.
Right. Right now, folks, we're going to take a brief break, but we'll be right back, so please don't go away. Family run for over 88 years, Friends Hardware has remained family-owned and operated. Friends Hardware is one of a kind. You'll find the newest products offered on TV at very competitive prices. You'll also find safety products, grab bars for bathrooms, battery-operated light switches, remote control devices that you can turn your lamps on or any electrical device. You don't have to run out there anymore. Just press the button. Better yet, just visit Friends Hardware, located on Main Street and 11.5 Mile Road. They're open every day. If you wish to call, it's 248-544-8111. That's 248-544-8111. Better yet, just visit 11.5 Mile Road and Main Street, Friends Hardware.
If your question is, who am I going to call to bring the kind of services into my home that I need because I can't get out? House Calls on Wheels provides both medical and non-medical services in your home. They can bring in doctors, dentists, nurses, therapists, and more. And those medical services are covered by Medicare and most private insurance plans. And they have all sorts of non-medical services, whatever you need. Now, if you use 4 hours or more of non-medical services per month, you're going to get a free personal emergency button telephone that you can use for both emergencies or daily use. Call House Calls on Wheels toll-free for further information. 1-888-489-8980. That's 1-888-489-8980.
If you've been listening to this station for years, that you might recognize that wonderful voice of someone who is a real giant in the world of radio. In fact, that was Bob Allison, who was put into the Radio Hall of Fame. We miss him so much. He used to do the show at this time for years, and he left some of his cookbooks, and the cookbooks that we still have available, we can make arrangements to have you pick them up at any of our sponsors, like Joyview Market, for example. If you like Polish food, I love kielbasa. But there's other pierogies and whatever you really enjoy about the Polish culture. It's stepping back in time, so to speak. And they're located right on Joy Road, just east of Telegraph. The official address is 23822 Joy Road. And if you shop there and ask them for the Bob Allison cookbook, ideally let me know when you're going to be there, because they go pretty fast. And if you want to just get a free copy, just go in and ask for it if you make a purchase. So also the Ori Bakery on Farmington Road has the cookbooks. And Friend's Hardware out in Royal Oak. It's around 11 Mile and Main Street in Royal Oak. And Cruz Hearing, who I happen to be a patient, and so was Bob Allison. He's Felix Cruz and his son Josh really have a family-run deal, because actually Felix's wife is also in the office. And I've had friends of mine who have had hearing aids, but frankly didn't really see all the benefits. He's a master of what he does. In fact, he has 3 offices to make it convenient for you. The one on Orchard Lake Road is in Farmington Hills. He has one on Huron Street in Waterford, and then there's also another in Taylor. For a specific location, or if you'd like to schedule a free hearing test, by all means, call our toll-free number, tell us the time that's convenient for you, and we'll make it happen. As you know, our toll-free number is 888-489-8980. 888-489-8980. I pride myself on providing you whatever you feel you may need that you're getting a runaround on. As I mentioned, I'm a pharmacist, and one of the best lessons that I ever heard after I got out of school, and I'm not knocking school, you obviously need to study and get a degree, but the truth of it is, school is educational, but after you finish school, what you have to learn is wisdom. That they don't teach in school. So when I got out of pharmacy school, I knew the structure of almost all of the popular drugs at the time, but when it came to running a drugstore, we were really not taught that much about that. And one of the first people that I ever worked with told me that any of people that come into our drugstore and ask for something, if we don't have it, you tell them, I may not have it now, but if you give me a couple of days, I'll get it. And we were actually encouraged to even go out to competitors and work with them so that whoever came to our store would not be disappointed. Well, fast forward to 2022. There are so many seniors out there that are frustrated with all these 800 numbers. You get lost in voicemail jail, as they call it. That's why I have a toll-free number that all you have to do is, if you want to speak to me directly, if you don't want to leave a message, which is fine. All I ask is, when you call, leave a time that's convenient for me to call you back. But if you want to speak to me directly, you just press number 1. And if I'm not on the phone with someone else, I'll be glad to talk to you right then and there. So if you are a senior, and let's say you're living in a house that unfortunately is not patient-friendly, we work with the House Calls on Wheels, as we've advertised, providing not only human beings, medical and non-medical specialists. We do have nurses, doctors, pharmacists, and they'll actually come to your home. But if it's non-prescription type of needs, like physical therapy, in fact, Cruise Hearing does mobile testing in your own home. And if you'd like a doctor to visit you in their home, by all means, call our toll-free number, 888-489-8980, or call me at any time if you've been getting a runaround on your legal or financial issues. I pride myself on fulfilling that goal that I was told as a challenge. If anyone asks you for something and you don't have it right at that point, make a strong effort to get it within 48 hours. That's what I do. So anytime you've got a problem, feel free to call me. I will make every effort, and because I've been around, like I mentioned now, for 83 years, I know a lot of people. That's one of the positive aspects of aging. You get to know more and more people. And just like Barbara Streisand, people who need people are the luckiest people in the world. I can sing the whole song, but I won't bore you. But in fact, if you are in a senior center and you'd like some entertainment in your facility, you just heard Jerry Gilfix, who's a real wonderful guy, and we talk, basically important stuff in a fun type way. Call me and we can hopefully get some music in your facility or bring in speakers that might be appropriate for you. That's why I do this program, so that you do know I exist. Yes, I exist. As I like to say, remember Ike as the guy that you like. So if you are in the mood for having some free advice on how you can really enjoy life in the best way possible and age gracefully, if you're looking for a retirement home, we help you identify which facility is for you. We can renovate your home. In many cases, financing is available. You've heard me interview people who do a reverse mortgage. If you're 62 and over, your home can be converted to your bank, and you don't lose control of your home. We've got a lot of great programs. And you know why? Because over the years, people have asked me, hey, Ike, I really have outlived my home here, but I don't have any cash. Well, your home can actually be your bank, whereby the mortgage payments you are making now don't have to be made anymore once you get the reverse mortgage. It reverses the whole process. Your home pays you. All you have to do is cover your insurance as well as the maintenance of the home. So there is no excuse if you're fortunate enough to be in a home, even though you may have some mortgage debt owing, that can be bundled together so that you can live life with not having your money tied up in your home that you can't use, but cash that you can. So please call me anytime at 888-489-8980. I have more stuff I want to talk about, but we've run out of time. But I do not want to leave this segment without my favorite thought, which is, yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift. And that's why we call it the present. Please enjoy your present by looking and living life with a bright side of aging. Welcome to the Entrepreneurs Network radio show. Our mission is to interview successful entrepreneurs who are willing to share with us their ideas and experiences, both the successes and the failures. Because as it has been jokingly said, You should learn from the mistakes of others because you'll never live long enough to make them all yourself. My name is Ike Engelbaum, and I'm the founder of the Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan, which is a group of motivated people that are all interested in helping each other and achieving our personal and professional goals. Please check out our website, EntrepreneursNetworkofMichigan.com, for meeting schedule as well as self-improvement material. Our philosophy is that if it's to be, it's up to me. For over 30 years, Cruise Hearing and Service has helped thousands of people improve their hearing and enjoy the sounds of their life again. If you don't hear as well as you like, Cruise Hearing can help you. They have actually hearing aids that the batteries do not need to be recharged. And they also have a caption phone that you can view for free. And also the phone, if you are over 65, is available to you free. So any phone calls you get, you can see captioned if you don't hear that well. Hey, they've got other stuff. If you'd like the free cookbook, call 1-888-489-8980. That's available. You can call Cruise Hearing Direct at 877-456-2789. The number direct is 877-456-2789. Family run for over 88 years, Friends Hardware has remained family-owned and operated. Friends Hardware is one of a kind. You'll find the newest products offered on TV at very competitive prices. You'll also find safety products, grab bars for bathrooms, battery-operated light switches, remote control devices that you can turn your lamps on or any electrical device. You don't have to run out there anymore. Just press the button. Better yet, just visit Friends Hardware, located on Main Street and 11.5 Mile Road. They're open every day. If you wish to call, it's 248-544-8111. That's 248-544-8111. Better yet, just visit 11.5 Mile Road and Main Street, Friends Hardware. And welcome. And hopefully you're enjoying the day because we have some sun out today till a little bit later on this afternoon. But this is Michigan, so be prepared. Although I love the 4 seasons that we have in this state, it's a wonderful break and not to be stuck with any particular weather pattern, but it's also nice when it's nice, if you get the drift. And this afternoon we possibly are going to have some rain. We joke about it. Michigan has got all 4 seasons. Unfortunately, some days all 4 seasons come in the same day. No, you don't have to take out the snow shovel yet. I even hate to remind me of that. But the Entrepreneurs Network is really an organization that I'm so proud that I started probably close to 50. That's right, 50 years ago, last century. We have over 20,000 contacts over the years. They don't all attend the meetings. But the truth of it is, if you are a budding entrepreneur or actually an existing entrepreneur, we've made the connections for you so that you have legal, accounting services, have telephone solicitation services. In fact, if you're an entrepreneur, most boring job for many entrepreneurs is they're so busy, and if they've got a business they really like, they want to do their business. They don't want to get on the phone soliciting new accounts. Well, I got news for you. You should be constantly looking out as to what's happening around you. one of the keys to success is knowing what your competition is doing. Because the truth of it is, a lot of entrepreneurs make a fatal mistake that because they've got a customer they've had for a few years, they figure they were going to be with them forever. No, they're not. Because times change, technology has really revolutionized how we stay connected. And true, the digital marketing is here to stay and will grow. Unfortunately, in my opinion, it's grown out of its box, so to speak. The truth of it is, now these big guys, major bank chains and what have you, are practically eliminating all of the tellers, and you have to do everything electronically. Well, the truth of it is that there's no reason why technology has to replace human beings. And if you're an entrepreneur wanting to start your business, call us on our toll-free number, 888-489-8980, and we can help you with your business plan. We can help put you in touch with a lot of the free services that are available to you. For example, organizations like SCORE. That's a wonderful organization that I've spoken at and had speakers of their speak at our meetings. Their original name, they've tried to jazz it up a bit, but the original name, SCORE, stood for Senior Corps of Retired Executives. So in other words, if you wanted to talk to someone who's been, let's say if you want to get into the cleaning business, they've got people who did the cleaning, and then also whatever profession you want to go, accounting or advertising. In fact, that's one of the perks that we have, is that we have members that are in that field, and we've made a commitment that you may appreciate, and you want to be involved in our meetings. We have Zoom meetings every other Tuesday. We're going to be taking a hiatus, so to speak, for this month, but next month, second Tuesday of September, from 12 to 1, you're welcome to join us on our Zoom meeting. We can give you the meeting ID number if you just call us, 888-489-8980. And you're going to say, hey, Ike, how come you keep giving out that toll-free number? Give us your email address. You know something? I have been hacked so many times that I'd rather take a chance of your calling me and being a legitimate contestant, so to speak, versus getting a lot of these emails from people that I don't know and I'm not sure if they're for real. We have a website that's under construction, enomichigan.com, or better yet, just learn how to spell Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan.com. We've got the basic structure. We can help you with getting your business started as a business plan, a marketing plan, but more important, it's one thing to see stuff on the screen. It's another to have people that know what they're talking about once you looked at what's on the screen, and they tell you what you can do about it. That's the key to success, is surround yourself by open-minded people that are willing to help you. And our acronym is SNOB. You can be a snob. And what does SNOB stand for, Ike? I'm glad you asked. SNOB stands for Sharing and Networking Opportunity to Build Your Own Business. Simply put, we encourage you. We don't twist arms. It's not an army. But if someone from the group helps you get new accounts, that you should ingratiate yourself to them financially. Let's face it, a handshake is a wonderful feeling, but it doesn't help you in your bank account. We stress that if someone helps you, you should reward them financially. And that's up to you as to how much you give. But let's say you feel uncomfortable in doing it that way. Then make the donation to your favorite charity. And another great way of networking is joining up with a service club, like the Rotary Club and the Optimist Club. I belong to both. I cannot stress the importance of joining up with other business groups, because who joins up in these type of organizations except people that are giving back to the community? That doesn't mean that you can't help yourself. You know the old line that God helps those that help themselves? That's what we promote, how you can become self-sufficient and live the American dream. In fact, we also are involved with programs that you can make ongoing residual income, and the street language, they say a side hustle. One of the side hustles is get involved with something that's got a big market, and there is no doubt what's hot right now is the whole aspect of the cost of health care. Unfortunately, like everything else that's gone up, health care, it should be called sick care expenses, have gone up. Your prescription drugs, many times the co-pays have shot up. There's a company called Ameriplan, and I'm a proud distributor of it. A beautiful part about it is that they're having a special for this month, and it may extend till next month, but usually they're just, when they come out with these specials, it's got time sensitivity. So picture this. For $19.95, you can get 50 to 80% discount on most of your prescription drugs. Same with vision, same with hearing, same with chiropractic. This is not insurance. It's a discount card program. And here's the beautiful part about it, is that if you have friends that also complain to you, hey man, I went and my prescription is like twice as much as it was last year, or even from the last refill. Well, if you join up as a member for $19.95, you can save up to 80% on that cost on many other medications. If you need hearing testing done, chiropractic. They even got a program for your business needs, like Office Depot and Dell Computer Service. It's a wonderful, wonderful program. And they practice the snob strategy of sharing. So if you bring in someone and they sign up, you make a commission for as long as they're paying their $19.95. So you can earn some serious part or full-time money helping people maintain good health as well as your own. There are other strategies as an entrepreneur that you should consider. And when we get back from our break, I'll share some ideas of how you can network and how you truly can live the American dream. Don't you dare go away.
If your question is, who am I going to call to bring the kind of services into my home that I need because I can't get out? House Calls on Wheels provides both medical and non-medical services in your home. They can bring in doctors, dentists, nurses, therapists, and more. And those medical services are covered by Medicare and most private insurance plans. And they have all sorts of non-medical services, whatever you need. Now, if you use 4 hours or more of non-medical services per month, you're going to get a free personal emergency button telephone that you can use for both emergencies or daily use. Call House Calls on Wheels toll-free for further information. 1-888-489-8980. That's 1-888-489-8980.
For over 30 years, Cruz Hearing and Service has helped thousands of people improve their hearing and enjoy the sounds of their life again. If you don't hear as well as you like, Cruz Hearing can help you. They have actually hearing aids that the batteries do not need to be recharged. And they also have a caption phone that you can view for free. And also the phone, if you are over 65, is available to you free. So any phone calls you get, you can see captioned if you don't hear that well. Hey, they've got other stuff. If you'd like a free cookbook, call 1-888-489-8980. That's available. You can call Cruz Hearing Direct at 877-456-2789. The number direct is 877-456-2789. And we're back. Hopefully you are as well. And I want to share some interesting thoughts by one of our entrepreneur members, Frederick Dudek. He wrote a fantastic book, easy read, and it's a book that you don't just read through and leave alone. You can refer to it as many times as is possible. The book is titled Business Superfans, and the subtitle is How You Create Your Own Team of Enthusiastic Business Superfans Who Attract Rocking Referrals and Sales Success. What does all that mean? Well, I'll tell you, 160 pages are real key in telling you what's going on. We plan on having Frederick Dudek participate in our Zoom meetings in September, and if you want to check our Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan.com, we're going to try to post them, but better yet, just call me at 888-489-8980. And what it boils down to is really magnifying your current customers that you have so that they recommend you to other people that are in your field. The biggest dilemma many people run into is that once they've got a customer, they take them for granted. You know, they say marriage and business has a lot in common. Well, there's a good reason for that philosophy. Because just as a long relationship exists, you should deal with your partner as if you were just dating, not taking them for granted. I've been very fortunate. I've been married now for over 60 years. I've been blessed in the sense that my wife has actually been flexible in my limitations, and likewise I look as much as possible the other way when it's something that I'm not comfortable what she does. Business is the same way. You have certain customers that may turn you off, but frankly, many times those customers are probably your best customers. And if you want to build a business, make sure that you satisfy them. One of the best tips that I ever heard from all these network meetings, and by the way, we do have in-person meetings as well. Thursday nights at 7 o'clock In the evening, we meet over at the Doubletree restaurant there on Woodward, south of Long Lake. Used to be the Kingsley Inn. And Saturday mornings, every other Saturday morning, from 10 to 12, we meet out in Troy. We're in the process of finding a different location, but if you call our toll-free number, by all means, we can have you come. These meetings are free to attend, and you have an opportunity to become a snob, sharing networking opportunity to build your business. But as far as Frederick Dudek's book, Business Superfans, he's got some phenomenal strategies, not fluff stuff. The truth of it is that best tip as I mentioned before that I heard, is call your existing customers periodically, maybe every 90 days, and maybe go out to lunch with them, not to try to hustle them at all, but truly to find out what their particular situation is and how you can help them. There's an accounting firm that one of the representatives spoke to one of our meetings, and he said one of the best decisions that accounting firm made was to hire one accountant whose main job, in between tax season and all, was to contact the current customers and ask them sincerely, not like from the Internal Revenue Service, giving him a third degree, as to how he felt about their service. And the one key question that really was worth all that time and effort was they would ask the current customer, is there anything that we are not doing that you feel we should be doing? Is there anything that we are not doing that you feel we should do? Guess what? That accomplished more good relationships, but also more business, because that gave the accountant that called a clue as to what their customer may be frustrated about their current service. It also gave them a tip as to what their competition may be offering. And that's the key. You don't become paranoid, but you better know who your competition is, because George Romney, the former governor of this state, was very successful in the auto business. And one of his lines, he says, is that a competitor is someone who gets into a revolving door with you at the same time, and he's behind you when you start, but comes out ahead of you when you finish. So be on the alert. As they say, you have to make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver and the other is gold. So that's just a simple tip. And another tip is say thanks often. The power of simple thanks is enormous. Your own employees or associates appreciate being thanked for things that you feel they owe you. They don't owe you anything. You owe them because they're helping you stay in business. And give sincere compliments. When you notice any one of your team members doing something well, make special attention to not only let them know, but tell the other people, hey, Charlie just did this. Don't go around grumbling and complaining all the time. It destroys an organization. And if someone has done something special, recognize them. Whether you aren't doing it, you might want to consider, and we can help you. The Entrepreneurs Network is not just a meet and greet type deal. We try to get it involved with each other's businesses so we become part of your team. And it costs you nothing. Yeah. And you get fresh ideas. And you make new contacts. And you have the opportunity to also find out what other businesses are doing. And guess what? Many times what's being done in a different business than you're in does stuff that you could adapt to your business. That's called research. As I like to joke about it, that if you steal one idea from one person, that's called plagiarism. But if you steal a whole bunch of ideas from a lot of people, that's called research. So do research and implement it. Do something about it. And at all times, make sure that the people around you really feel that you care about them. And perhaps you might want to consider having a newsletter out. Although I'm not a great super fan of all these email newsletters, depending on how large your organization is, you could actually have a printed newsletter. And there's organizations, and I'll be glad to put you in touch with them, 888-489-8980. We help people have their own newsletter. And also, make sure that, in fact, our CEO of the Entrepreneurs Network is Lou Goutman, who's been very, very successful in business. He's been involved in the insurance business and has a company called Advertising Alternatives, whereby all these different gadgets you see out there with a name on it and a phone number, like pens and coffee cups and you name it, t-shirts and hats. He not only does that, but he actually customizes a particular useful item for that person indeed. For example, if you're involved in the modeling business, house modeling, what have you, why not have a tape, rolling, one of these automatic rolling tapes with your name on it? Likewise, if you're in the healthcare field, consider a medication dispenser with your name on it, because it's a known fact that they say as many as a third of the patients in hospitals are in there because only they didn't take their medications properly. They forgot. Those medications dispensers, I can tell you, are vital. And there's one of our sponsors, MemoryHealth.com, actually has capsules that can be looked upon as nutrition for the brain. And I use them myself, especially as you age. Your brain needs the nutrients that your body does. And in fact, like carotenes, which you've heard are great for the eyes, are also great for the brain, and it's very available, and they're available at a nominal price. If you're interested in getting some memory health, by all means, call me at 888-489-8980. I've got some other thoughts I'd like to share with you, but not today because we run out of time. And I don't want to leave this segment without my favorite parting thought, which is, if you really want to get anything done in life, you'll find a way. And if you don't, you'll find an excuse. And there is no excuse for not achieving your dreams and goals in America, because it is the greatest country in the whole world. Remember, a goal is just a dream with a deadline.
WNZK has available a few good hours of airtime for a few good programs to serve their communities. Radio is better than ever in targeting an audience that listens to what